Let's get started. Finally. Actually, it's not that we're not that late. We're a minute late, but so welcome to the call. Usually we start off with a couple of shares, like what your biggest takeaway is, and it looks like it's just you and I right now. So was there anything that you learned this week or that you feel like you want to celebrate? It doesn't have to be related to this class if if there's something else you want to celebrate.
I mean, I put myself out there. I put on Facebook that I offered free mentor sessions just to get started, and I kind of set up like a little portal to take money and schedule things, but I haven't done more than that.
Right. Well, that's awesome.
But it makes it feel more of a reality, so that was kind of fun.
Awesome. All right, we're sharing celebrations. Annie, do you have a celebration to share? Did you say no? Hold on, let me unmute you.
Do not have a celebration to share.
Oh, man. Well, I saw you go swimming. That looks like a celebration to me. I love swimming.
Okay. Yeah, but I haven't been swimming for a whole week and a half because I've been sick.
Oh,
I'm sorry. I'm just feeling very negative today. I have a recording session. I don't feel prepared for it.
Yeah.
So I didn't do anything else either.
It's okay. Well, you tried to upload. I noticed. I got an email from you.
Yeah.
And we'll still work on that when we get together one-on-one, right?
Yes, absolutely. Okay. I think I've just, the recording, I'm all of a sudden, I'm running out of money too. I'm scared shitless. I'm going to share with you guys. I do not have enough money left in my bank account to pay for a year of rent here in San Diego. And I don't know what I'm going to do. So,
well, that's okay. I thank you for sharing. I mean, it's okay. What I mean is that's okay that you shared here. Thank you for sharing. I'm
trying to stay positive, but it's kind of like I wrote in my journal today. I feel like everything's closing in on me here. I don't know. I'm praying.
Yeah. Well, I want to help you with the systems that you need to get in place to get paid. So
I should feel like I think I'll have more time tonight to actually download Chrome and do the WeTransfer also. I just haven't looked.
Yeah. And sometimes too, it feels like, at least this is how it feels like for me when I'm in a space like that. And I have been in a space like that before where it feels like you're in a catch-22, like the things that you need to know before you can get to where you want to be. Like you need to have the things that you will have to get to the place. Do you know what I mean? Like it's like an evil cycle. You need the money to get the training, but you need the training to make the money. And it just kind of like goes in an evil circle. So I believe that there are some shortcuts that you can take, like to make money, when you need it. So, and, I'd love to talk with you more about that later if you have time.
I'd love to. Thank you.
And I don't know if you got to see, or if you were on live with us when we did the building last week, the website building. But, in fact, I remember you were, because we talked about your site specifically, and how that works. So I'd love to, after, whenever you feel like it, help you with your website and creating a page, even with a button. If you want to offer whatever you want to offer, we'll create the button for you and put it together so that you can.
Yeah, I'm going to be there soon because I'm creating Patreon right now. So, I'm going to be there soon.
Yes. You got it. Okay. Well, thank you for your shares. My success is that my throat is not in as much pain as it was in last week. I can speak in almost my normal tone. I've got a little raspiness. And I probably will cough a couple times, but forgive me for that. So Last week I sent you guys an email about YouTube. So today we're going to be talking about YouTube, and I'm going to be showing you behind the scenes some of the resources you can use there to help you look more professional and things that will just, I think, be super useful for you. And so I'm going to share my screen here. Let me get YouTube ready. Hopefully my internet cooperates with me, because I know that sometimes when I share my screen and I go to YouTube, it doesn't like me.
Aw, how could it not like you?
Thanks, Annie. Okay, so here we are, and I'm gonna have to move a few things away here. We'll move this down. How do I move this down? I don't know what I'm doing with this thing. There we go. I was gonna say it needs to go on the bottom. Can you guys see the bar with all of our faces on it too? No, okay. Oh, so Zoom actually hides that. That's good. Okay, but you can still see my face while I'm talking?
Yes.
Okay.
If you swipe to the left on my phone, I see everybody's faces.
Okay, cool. Yeah, there's gallery view. So if you're swiping on a phone, there's like you can see the speaker view or gallery view. And gallery view lets you see everybody's faces. And if there's more than, enough that can fit on your page, then if you swipe again, well, I guess it would be this. I don't know if I'm sure which way I'm showing up. But when you swipe again, it'll show up on the next screen too. So actually, before we jump in, now that we have Harmony and Naomi, do you guys have any celebrations you'd like to share from this week? Oh, he's so cute. It's okay if you don't. I mean,
well, that's a nice share. I like that.
I know.
You made it through what?
I just made it through,
Oh, you made it through.
Mothering,
there you go.
On fire,
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, my gosh. I was like freaking out about that. She sent me a picture of her car catching fire. Not the catching fire, but aftermath of her car catching fire. Real life that happened. I can't believe that.
No, crazy. So
you survived. Okay. Naomi, anything before we get started?
I'm really grateful. I had my heart monitor put in yesterday. I can hardly move.
Oh, my word.
But I'm really grateful because it's going to figure out what's wrong. And that's really the bottom line. I got to find out how to move forward.
Yeah.
I spent most of the week with my 85-year-old father. I lost my mom. And so I think the best part of spending time with him was getting out his Christmas box and helping him decorate the house, and for him to realize how many valuable pieces he had that he could enjoy and he could show off.
Yeah.
So I actually made a video of him in his house, and I'm going to put that up in a couple of days.
Oh, I'd love to see that. That's sweet.
So that was special, and I would cry more if I felt free to do that.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you guys for sharing and for showing up here today. Let's get started. We're just going to look at some of the features here that you can use to your advantage that I'm not sure if a lot of people know. The main parts of YouTube that for like navigating and stuff are over here with these 3 bars if you're on a desktop. Now, I don't know, a lot of these creator stuff that we're going to access, I'm pretty sure are only available on a desktop and not a mobile, but I can show you how to access different things on the mobile too. I can make a little mobile video after this. So over here.
Ashley.
Yes.
When you say desktop, do you mean laptop or desktop? Anything but a mobile? Or?
Correct. Yeah. So the desktop view, when people say desktop view, in fact, you can request desktop view on a phone too. Not from the YouTube app, but if you go to a browser. So I have a Chrome. Oh shoot, it's not going to show you. Hold on. I have a Chrome browser, but basically it shows me like a regular browser. And there's actually, I'll have to make a video, but because I don't think it's going to show you. I'm on Amazon right now. But in the upper right-hand corner, let's see if I can get it to show. It's not going to show. There's like 3 little dots and a little menu pops down. Oh my word, it's not going to show it. Anyway, on that menu, one of the things is request a desktop site, and it will show you, it'll change the view from mobile view to desktop view. It becomes smaller. You have to like zoom in and zoom out.
Okay.
But if you're ever stuck on a mobile and it doesn't look like it does on a computer and you want it to, then you can click on
Thank you.
that.
Sorry. to
I'll show
interrupt.
that. No, that's okay. I'll show that in another video too. So from the desktop view or the laptop view here, this bar moves back and forth out of, maybe, there we go. See, back and forth out of view. Oh, I think I clicked it one too many times. Anyways, so sometimes if you can't find that and you're looking for something like, you know, your subscriptions are over here. And then subscriptions are all of the people who you have chosen to follow. So you've clicked subscribe on their channel. They'll show up when you click subscriptions. It'll have all of your subscriptions on that page. So this will show in, I'm pretty sure it used to be in chronological order. I'm not 100% sure if that's still true. It looks like it is because it's got 12 minutes ago, 32 minutes ago, 34, and then it goes down further. So I think that they are all in chronological order. These won't be here. I've never actually clicked on these, but these go with the two plugins that I have that I told you guys about that will make my screen look a little different from yours unless you have them too. They're free. You can download them and use them if you want. One is called TubeBuddy and the other one is called vidIQ. And I downloaded them, or you don't have to actually download them. You just like sync them with your account. And the reason why I'm using them is to, I can see insights into other people's videos and my own videos of like how many views and about how much money it'll make and that kind of stuff. So if you're interested in building a career on YouTube and you want to like make money there, then those tools might be helpful. And then of course there's your history and if you add things to your watch later playlist, but this is for watching like as a consumer of YouTube. As a creator, you'll be using mainly up here in the upper right hand corner where this little circle is. That's my avatar. So I'm going to click on that and it's going to drop down a little menu here. So you can go to your channel and see what your channel looks like from an outsider's perspective. Or this is where we're going to be today. This is the Creator Studio. So you click on Creator Studio. Excuse me. Let me do a little dance while we wait. Okay, so this is the back end, and I'm just showing you guys. I don't really have anything to hide, I guess. So this is what my back end of YouTube looks like. I don't have a ton of, you know, like it's not a huge channel. So I don't know if any of the insights will be helpful, but it tells you how many people are subscribed to you. This is important because on YouTube, this is like your reach. You know, however many people are subscribed to you, those are the people who are, you know, getting notified, not necessarily notified like a little ding on their phone or something, but when they come to YouTube and they go to the subscription feed, you're there. So the more subscribers you can have, the more likely it is that you'll be seen when you post your video. And then your views is like the total amount of views that you've ever gotten, which as you can see, mine is fairly low. There's one video that got a really good view count, like over the 100,000 mark, and that's what that's from. It was when my husband came home from Korea, and it got picked up by a TV station. So they wanted to show like the coming home video. So analytics are really cool if you play with them when you get to know them, because they'll tell you what's working and what's not. And we'll briefly go into that, but I don't want to spend a ton of time. I just want to show you some of the resources back here. So at the very bottom, this is the thing that I'm most excited to share. Under the Create section, click that little arrow and do a little dance while we wait. So this Create section actually has a full audio library and sound effects that you can add to your videos when you're editing them. So I know we talked about editing a couple of weeks ago, and this is where I get a lot of my music. So you can search the tracks by genre, mood, instrument, how long they are, like if you have a specific length to your video. And then attribution is like, you know, whether or not you have to say who wrote it. So that's a licensing thing. And as musicians, you know that, but like if the attribution is required, that means that in the description of your video, you have to say this music is licensed by so-and-so, and it'll give you like a little copy and paste thing to put in there. But it's this is my favorite little resource because it's free. All this music is free, and there are hundreds of tracks back here, and it's still loading more. Like it's crazy how many there are and how many different like genres they have. And like they have fun kid music, and they have like rock music, and they have, you know, like look, they have Christmas music, they have blues, they have like stuff that sounds like it belongs in a video game. So anyway, it's really fun to play with and just to search through. You know, you could search for anything and see what pops up. You know, kids, search for kids, search for inspirational, and you know, they'll pop up. I'm not going to attempt to try and play one of these because I'm worried it might slow it way down. So I'm going to click on sound effects here too. This is fairly new because I have never actually used any of these sound effects before. And in some of the libraries on like editing software, they will give you sound effects too. But this is fun if you're trying to, I don't know, create any kind of sound effect. So it could be like an alarm clock, or it could be footsteps, or it could be like clapping. I don't know because it's not loading. Come on. There we go. Oh, crickets, an aggressive motorcycle, zombie snarls. That's always handy. Air horn. Anyway, just all kinds of, there's an alarm clock that,
alien squawk echo.
Now you have to come back here just to hear what that is.
I want to hear that one.
Ambulance siren. Anyway, and this is just the A's, like we just barely got to the B's.
Yeah.
So babies cry. So use this resource when you're creating videos. And if you do end up editing a lot of your videos, you'll find that a lot of this stuff comes in handy, and you'll get more, like the more you do it, the more creative you'll become with it. And you'll kind of want to add interesting effects. In fact, maybe let's see if I can, my son, let's see. I'm just going to do a Google search here because I think it'll be one of the first ones to pop up. But my son made a channel, or made a video called Mason Monday. Oh no, there's way too many Masons.
I saw it, Mason Monday.
Well, there's a couple of, yeah, it's not him. Here we go.
Oh.
Okay, so this is Mason Monday. What I created for him. Let's see if I can get it to play. And then I'll show you, you'll hear some of the sound effects as we go. So if it'll.
Hey guys, and today I'm going to test all these foods right here. It's okay if you're doing the camera so they can see.
Pick one up one by one and show them. I can't understand.
Okay, the first one we're going to taste right now is this one.
Anyway, let me see if I can forward to the middle.
Taste this one.
He was doing the hostess challenge and closing his eyes and seeing if he could guess which one it was. I can get the audio to play. I'll show you an example of, we used like a ding when he got it right, and like there was a little, oh no, if you got it wrong. But it doesn't look like it's gonna load for me. Come on, baby.
That's wrong. And if I get it wrong this time, then I get a splat in my face. How about that?
You want this?
It's gonna be amazing. Okay, so how?
Let's go a little.
Okay.
Takes a while.
I think it's the kind that has the circle around it, and that's chocolate. The chocolate covered donut.
Is that your final answer? You are correct. Ding, 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 ding. Oh, I did a clap sound. Okay, so, I mean, that's a stupid example, but there's got to be better examples than that in the world, but that was the first one that came to my mind. Okay, so let's come back here. Let's see if I can, I have to pull things over because there we go. The little Zoom thing at the top gets in my way. Okay, so moving on from that, but this is so that's the audio library. So it's got all of your sound effects and free music to use in the background. And by the way, every person that I've worked with on a professional level with editing their videos has had me put music in the background of like an inspirational or a like professional landing page video. Unless it's, I mean, not, what I'm saying is not every video will have music in the background, but every person that I've worked with has had at least one video that has had music in the background of one of their videos. So I think it adds, if it's done right, I think it adds a level of professionalism to the video for sure. Okay, moving upwards instead of, I should have started from the top to move down, but we're moving upwards.
I want to add something about music.
Sure.
I believe that without music, the emotion of a person who needs to hear in order to relate to the subject matter, you lose that 1/4 of the whole population. So adding music creates emotion, and everyone has a different reaction to different words or different scenarios, but it enhances the opportunity for success.
Yes, I agree. And I connect more with music, with videos that have music. And a lot of you guys, we've talked about Tiamo's trainings, and he had a video that he shared. It wasn't his video, but he took it from the internet and just shared it with everybody at one of his events. And it was really moving video, but in the background there was music, and it was just, it added that layer of emotion, and like, it just made you feel what that person was feeling. And I don't know. And that's why it's important to have, like, I love that resource because it has so many different types of music. When I'm editing a video, whether it's like a demo reel or if it's like a landing page video, I will choose, like a handful of songs, and I will listen to them one by one with the person who's speaking, maybe not all the way through, but at least until I can get a feel for whether or not it's the right piece of music. That does take, I mean, if you're doing it right, I feel like it takes some time to go through, but just feeling the music and seeing if it matches the emotion of what you're trying to convey with the video. So thank you for sharing that. So this is translations and transcriptions. You can actually have your community translate or transcribe your videos for you. Or if you want to, you can do it yourself, or you can use a service like rev.com does transcriptioning. And they will, watch your video and then transcribe it and then give you the whatever the format is that you need to plug in for it. So I don't have any, which is why this looks like a brand new page. But you can actually, up here it said that you can add the thing that I just exited out of. You can actually turn community contributions on, which means that when they're watching your video, it'll say, hey, do you want to help contribute to this by transcribing? I have mine turned off because I don't know why, actually. I'm a little worried, to be honest, about like people writing things that they shouldn't in there. I don't know why. I'm like, maybe I need to get over that fear and just let people contribute to the anyway, that's what this is for the transcribing and translation. Let's see. I just clicked on. Oh, it won't matter because I don't have any published. Okay, moving along. So I'm going up to analytics. Analytics is probably my second favorite thing. Just because, like I said, it lets you know what you're doing right. And it also lets you identify who your target audience is. So if you're confused about your target audience and you've put out several videos and people are watching them all the way through, you'll know who the people are that are watching all the way through to the end. And that's important because then you can target more people like that in the future for when you're, selling something or trying to get your reach out to those people. So it can be a little confusing, but the main things to look at here You can see if you scroll all the way to the bottom, this is an overview page. So there's tons on the left-hand side, you'll see over here, there's tons of analytics. And like I said, we won't cover all of them today. I just want to show you some of them, and you can go to YouTube and go into the back end and play with it and see, you'll be able to see all this stuff. So the top 10 videos, so that tells you like who's, which videos, and these, oh, by the way, this is the last 28 days, not total. You can actually click lifetime, which I like to look at lifetime because I unfortunately am not as consistent as I'd like to be. So I can see the entirety of the life of the video, what is the most popular or who's been watching my stuff versus in the last 28 days. Although both are important, I think. Why is it not letting me scroll now? Oh no. Wait for it. It hates me. This is the kind of stuff, by the way, that I run into when I'm trying to make videos. When I'm trying to make videos for you guys, by the way, maybe I'll just hit reload. This is the kind of stuff that I run into all the time. And I'm like, come on. See, I live in Southern Idaho and the internet here is not super. But above that, this computer is like a dinosaur. And while it's trying to run Zoom and record, it just doesn't like it.
What by dinosaur? What do you mean?
It's old. It's like it's a computer that's really old. It's like from 2010 or something like that.
Yeah, I just replaced my 2007 Mac over the summer. Now I have a 2015 MacBook Air.
Nice.
It still has one USB port. I couldn't go, the newest thing and not have one of those, but it also has one of those lightning bolt things. And I figure I can get used to it slowly.
Well, now I've lost the entire, I don't know why now it's not even letting me show you. But anyway, like you saw, it had the top 10 videos and then it had that little map you saw. The map showed that basically all my viewers are from the United States, at least in the last 28 days. Maybe I'll go back to I don't know what I did, why it worked before and now it doesn't work.
Because it snapped.
It snapped, doesn't like me anymore.
I used to get that on Chrome all the time too.
Oh, snap.
I haven't tried it on my new one though. So.
Well, one thing I did want to update you guys on while I'm waiting for this to work. We ordered a new computer for Black Friday on a Black Friday sale for my husband. And it is a Windows-based program. So I know that a few of you were waiting for the editing software from a Windows-based, there's the dental cleaning again, for the Windows-based program. It'll always, that will always show up now because I searched for it that one time. Anyway, so now I'll be able, basically what I'm saying is I will be able to get you guys the tutorial. As soon as that computer gets here, I'll be able to give you guys the tutorial for how to edit using Windows software instead of Mac. Because I know a lot of you don't have iMovie, don't have access to Apple computers and can't use it. So I wanted to make sure that you guys had a training that was applicable to you. And I apologize because I did try to get it on this computer. My husband downloaded a VirtualBox, which allows it allows me to run a Windows computer on my Mac, but it will not run while I'm trying to record. It just won't. And so I tried to show you, but it hates me. I was able to get the snipping tool video done. That was it. So that was the end of it. If this won't load, I may just have to take your guys' questions instead and just answer any questions that you guys had leading up to it. Oh. Okay, while I still have this here. So you'll notice most of my audience is female, 67%, which I kind of figured. It'll actually show you where people watch your videos. So if it's embedded on an external site, If it's on my channel page, nobody watches from my channel page apparently, 0.5%. And most of my videos are seen on YouTube. And then traffic sources, so external suggested videos, browse features, and others. So suggested videos are when you're on YouTube and you see like the, you know, on the right hand side, or if you're on a phone, it'll be underneath the video. There's like a bunch of suggested videos. So 31% of the time people watch my videos, it's because they saw me in the suggested videos section, which is awesome. That is awesome. External means they got the link from somewhere else, like Facebook or my website or an email. Like I sent somebody the link and said, here, go look at this. And then browse features means they searched for me. Not for me, but like they searched for something and found my video while they were searching. 9.5%. That's kind of bad, but that's okay. I am not sure what other means. Do I dare click on it? Did I click on it? Oh no, here we go. Other YouTube features. But this is cool too, because if you click on it, you'll notice it gives you everything. It tells you everything. YouTube Red watch time. 8 minutes have been watched from someone who's subscribed to YouTube Red, which is interesting. Anyway, the reason why these are important is if you are trying to get your videos seen through browse features, for example, and you only have 9.5%, you know, I probably, for example, in this example, I need to really do better at creating titles and tags that are searchable if I want to be found in search. But the other thing, let's see, hold on. So that's not search, actually, I lied. So YouTube search is even lower, it's 6.2%. Browse features are like if I'm on the home feed or if I'm in their subscription or things like that. Sorry about that. Anyways, but let's go back if it'll let me go back, because there was another thing that I wanted to show you on this page before we leave. And that is right here, the geography. So like I said, all of my viewers, at least in the last 28 days, it shows here, are from the United States. So that you got little Hawaii there, Alaska, and continental US. So if you're trying to reach an international audience and you're seeing this, you know, you need to change something to be seen. Okay, so on the left-hand side, this also shows you revenue. Like if you are trying to make money on YouTube, it'll show you revenue. Watch time is really important too. If you click on, in fact, let's just go take a look. This is me. I'm just kind of getting nervous to see how bad it is. So watch time is like how long are people staying on your video. Over here on the right-hand side, it says, well, it'll give you total watch time, right? So, and then it'll tell you how long people stay on your video. So 251, that's pretty good actually, but 46 seconds. So when people, this is just a silly video I uploaded. We waxed my grandpa's nose. I'm a cosmetologist. And I thought it'd be funny. Anyway, actually, that's not too bad if the video is only 1:18. They stayed 46 seconds, you know. But, you know, if you're seeing consistently across the board, people are dropping off around the same time, if you're creating consistent content, and if you're seeing, oh, they're all dropping off at like 1.5 minutes, or they're all dropping off at 2 minutes, then you need to, first of all, your annotations, your little, like, you know, you can create cards and stuff. I'll talk about it in a second. You want to place those cards before the watch time drops. So that when people, so if they want to click away, they're going to click away to one of your videos. The other thing is, you know, if they're falling off in the first, you know, 20 seconds or so, you may think about, what are you doing in the first 20 seconds of that video that's not working? And what can you do to create more engagement and keep people there longer? Audio, let's see. 210. Okay, so this one, so you'll notice, I just want you to take a look here at, so these audio only, so we've got All Grown Up and Ordinary Life, audio only. Drop off points around 1 minute, just under 1 minute. Now down here, there's The Best Life, custom song for Seth and Heather, and people watch 2 minutes and 10 seconds of that in comparison to the 56 seconds. Do you want to know the difference? The Best Life custom song has pictures of that couple like a slideshow. and the all grown up and the ordinary life has a stagnant photo. So people stick around longer because it's more engaging and more interesting. There's pictures coming through, right? So that, anyway, things to think about when you're looking at some of these analytics. And it goes even into more detail for audience retention here. Demographics is another really good one to look at. And then we'll move on from analytics, because seriously, I could take the whole time talking about analytics. It tells you viewer age, gender. Let's see. So 35 to 44 is my, like, way beyond my number one demographic. If you're ever wondering what your demographic is, start putting content out and take a look.
How do they know the age of the people who are watching?
Well, if you are, if you've signed up for anything online, Facebook or Gmail or anything like that, typically you'll have to have an address, or not an address, a birth date. So like Gmail, they won't even allow you to, it doesn't even work for me because I'm not a big enough channel to even have this, but basically they won't even allow you to create an email account unless you're over the age of 18. So they ask you what your birth date is. And typically, like, they'll ask you, when you're filling out stuff, they'll ask you if you're male or female or whatever. And they pick up all that information from you through search, through, everything that you do online. You're creating your online presence, right? And like every survey you've ever filled out, everything you've ever signed up for, like they hang on to that, especially Google. In fact, I've had people tell me that Google, so I'm using Chrome, and I actually love Chrome, and I suggest people to use Chrome, but everything you do on Chrome, like you saw with my dental videos, it will hang on to it and it will come back and haunt you for the rest of your life. So like, it knows what you're doing, it knows what you're looking for, and it will, like, I don't know if you've ever noticed, but like if you're on, on Google and you're searching for like vacuum cleaners or, whatever, and then you go to Facebook, you'll start seeing ads about vacuum cleaners on the side.
Yeah.
It knows, like, they know what you're looking for. And that's why if you don't want something to be known about you, or if you don't want, like, if you want to search for something and you don't want it to be tracked to you, you can use an incognito window. I'll show you how to do that right now, actually. Random, but so if you double the two-fingered click or the right click on a Mac, on a Windows, right click or two-fingered click, it'll pop this up right here. And you can, oh no, this isn't it. This is how to switch. Hold on. How do you do an incognito window in here? I know how, maybe it's under window. I know how to do it on my phone because I do it all the time. Oh my gosh, now I'm going to have to make a video. I'm going to have to make a video for you guys. I've got to write that down now. Anyway.
I want to know that.
I'll teach you how to make an incognito window because I can't believe I don't know how to do that on here. Why don't I know how to do that on here? I've done it before, but anyway. So basically what that does is it makes it so that everything you search for is not tracked for the time being.
Sometimes when I want to do a window and it says private window, is that what you're talking about? I never have.
I'm not sure if it might not, it's only called incognito in Chrome. I don't know what it's called in Safari or in Mozilla, only in Chrome. Sorry, that's probably not helpful. And then, okay, let's move along here. We're running, I don't want to take too much more time because I do want to take questions. So I clicked on the channel button now. Do a little dance while we wait. Okay. This section shows everything that I have turned on and turned off. So you can kind of earn these by, so you'll see I'm partner verified. You earn them by the more subscribers you get and the more like reputable you are with YouTube, the more things you'll get to be able to do. So like if you just started an account, some of these might not be available to you until you get in a certain subscriber count or unless you've been with them for a certain amount of time. So live streaming, which I've found on YouTube, it used to be good. It's not, I don't like it anymore. It's so complicated. I would much rather do Zoom, for example, or Facebook Live is so easy. Facebook Live is like really, really simple. Monetization of your videos, that's putting like ads in front of your videos, banner ads, or an ad that comes before or after the video. Some people go so far as to, and you have to be kind of gutsy, I guess, to do this, but they put ads in the middle of their video. If it's super engaging content and they know that people will stick around to see what happens, then they'll put ads in the middle of their videos. And you might have noticed lately that that's become more of a thing on YouTube. It's kind of annoying. And then here, this is one that you won't be able to do right away, but you can earn later. Longer videos, so videos longer than 15 minutes. For example, when we get off this call, somebody was saying they can't download the videos to their phone that I've been sending. So I'm gonna be uploading them unlisted to YouTube and sending you guys a link. They're way longer than 15 minutes, but because I have been on here for like 10 years, they let me do that. And I have like, I don't know, how many subscribers did I have? Like 200, 300. Unlisted and private videos, I'm pretty sure that's like standard. Custom thumbnails is another one. That's something that I was going to show you in one of the videos, and I ended up cutting it out because I never actually showed it. I don't know what I was thinking. I'm so ADD. I say like, okay, and then I'm going to teach you how to do this. And then I go through the whole thing, and at the end I was like, I never showed them how to do that. So now I got to cut that out. But you just upload. Yeah, you just click the button that says upload, but you have to like get to a certain point first. Like if you just started a YouTube channel, it won't let you do that. And I don't know why. Anyways, and then custom URL if you want your URL to be something specific to you. Monetization is like a whole nother conversation. Community, this is another section that I want you to be familiar with. This is where you can filter comments and where you can respond to comments, and you can, you know, delete spam, that kind of stuff. Oh, how nice. This is clearly underrated. That's funny. My 3-year-old loves this song. So anyway, these are all comments so these are published comments. If you hold your comments for review, which there is a setting for that, then they will show up here and you can like approve them or say they're not approved. I don't think I have any here, or else it would have told me. No comments. And then they have a spam one. And then, so your community settings on the far left-hand side, you'll see are right here. That's where you can set, you can change who's allowed to post what. So like if you only want, you can actually turn off, see hidden users. I blocked these guys because they've said stuff that's not appropriate on my channel. And you can block certain words. If you don't want curse words, you can block that. You can block links if you don't want people putting links. So here's the settings that I have. Allow all comments, but hold all comments. Oh no, this one just allows all comments. I used to hold them all for review, but it's just a lot of hassle, I guess, to have to go through and hold potentially inappropriate comments for review if you want. And then comments on your channel is a separate section. Underneath your channel, people can actually make comments about you and your channel as a whole. Mine are all held for review because I don't want anybody like to say anything until I've gotten a chance to look at it, I guess, because I've had some people post some stuff that I didn't like. And then, yeah, so that's where all of these features are. And you can, you know, block people here or hide people. And then finally, this is well, we already saw the dashboard when we first got in, but let's go to Video Manager. This is where you can find all of your videos and edit them. Let's see. Do a little dance forward. Shows you the number here. 261 videos. Not all of them are public. So here's all the videos that we've done for this class that I've been uploading here. And yeah, beyond that, I've got other private videos here. And on the right-hand side, let me just kind of decode some of these for you. So the little green circle thing means it's monetized. I have all of mine automatically set to monetize, so I'm sorry if you had to see an ad before that. I probably should turn those off for the class videos, but I forgot about it. This little chain link thing that looks like a paper clip means it's unlisted. Only people with the link can see it. So only people who have access to the pages I've sent you to can see these videos. This little gray thing means it's not monetized. I don't know why that one I did that one from my phone, so maybe that's why. I'm not sure. And the other ones I've done this one was also done from my phone. So it must be something with the set. Okay, this has copyright content in it. So this is an audition video that I took. I'm a music director for Oklahoma that we're doing. It's like a local production that they're doing here. And I recorded one of the auditions that one of the directors could not be at. And I uploaded it as an unlisted video, and it includes a copyright claim. Now, I'm not in trouble for posting that. I just can't monetize it, which I didn't want to anyway, because that's not what the purpose is. This little world right here means that it's public, means that anybody can see it. So not eligible for monetization because it has music that's copyrighted in it as well. So that's what that little cross through means. Let's see if there's any other. Sometimes they'll turn yellow, which means that it's not advertiser friendly. So it could be monetized for certain advertisers, but not all advertisers. So that's a new thing. And then that's about it. I'm clicking on playlists here to see if it will show me anything, anything important that I want you guys to know before we go to questions. Most of these are private playlists that I just like to have. I don't know why there's only one video in this one, but I probably don't want that playlist public. I don't really care. I just kind of, it's like my personal videos I want to watch later. Anyway, I'll change that. But so let's move on to questions that you guys have related to the last content that you guys have been going through, whether that's, if you're moving through the editing section, or if you're moving through the YouTube stuff, or if you had a chance to watch the video on website. What are your questions for me?
Well, I have one.
Okay.
So I watched the YouTube video, admittedly not till last night, but I watched it like 3 times, and I couldn't figure out how you got from doing something on your phone and then somehow you're over on your laptop. I could not figure out.
So those are 2 separate things. And they're showing you 2 separate ways to upload. So maybe I should have made them 2 separate videos so that they weren't confusing. I'm not sure. But when I was on my phone, here, let me turn this off so that I can not be looking at this and be distracted. When I was on my phone, I was showing you how I uploaded from my phone. That was a separate video, a separate way to do it entirely. That's what it'll look like when you're trying to upload from your phone. The other one was how to upload from a computer. So just separate them in your mind. They're not the same. You don't jump from one to the other. They were 2 separate videos. I edited them together so that you could watch them in one consistent video.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, and I'll try again when I'm not worried about recording. And
yeah, no rush. You'll have access to the videos for as long as you need. So. But
another question is, when I did try to do it, I couldn't do it from my phone because it wouldn't let me. Now I'm figuring maybe I have too much crap on my phone. So the next thing I don't know. That was what occurred to me. So maybe tomorrow I'm going to I have 20 or 21 videos that I've done in the video challenge, and I've kind of delayed moving them over to my laptop because I thought it would be easier to put them in the Facebook group from the phone.
Right.
But if it's clogging my phone now to the point where I'm going to have to I can't load anything onto YouTube because my phone doesn't have enough memory to bring up YouTube or whatever's going on. I transferred the video that I was trying to upload. I'm sorry, I'm rambling here.
No, you're fine.
I transferred the video that I was trying to upload from my phone to YouTube. I transferred it to my laptop. Then I tried again, and when I clicked on it, it went to QuickTime Video, and it started I mean, it wasn't.
It started playing the video.
Yeah, I guess that's what I did. How do you do this? Oh, okay. I think I'm figuring it out as we speak. So I should have like not clicked on it. That's why it was taking longer and longer to upload.
It's possible. There's
13
lots of
minutes.
things that could be going wrong. That's the problem is like, and you know, a lot of times it's troubleshooting and trying again and
Okay.
when you try again, try something different because that's
Yeah.
one of the big things that I run into this. So like if I'm trying again and I do the exact same things and the same thing keeps happening, it's because I'm not trying something different. Like I'm doing the same steps and I'm doing something wrong somewhere. And sometimes it could be something really simple that I thought that I understood, but that I was just bypassing because I thought I didn't need to do that part or whatever.
Right.
The steps that I showed in the video should be pretty exact, but again, I may have moved quickly or I may have made an assumption that you guys, you know, knew what I was doing when I'll have to go through and watch it again. And I know that you and I are going to have our one-on-one we're going to kind of go over all that too, because a lot of times it helps for me to see on your screen what's going on when you're struggling with it, because I can see better what you're clicking on or maybe what's happening. Sometimes when I'm, you know, on one-on-one with you guys too, I'll see something happen and I'll be, you know, flabbergasted myself about what's like, I'm like, oh, let's find out what's going on here. So it helps for me to be able to see that too.
Okay, cool. Yeah. I think I opened it and started playing, and then I was trying to upload it while it was playing or while it was, oh man, because I couldn't figure out why it went to QuickTime. Now I think you've
QuickTime is like the automatic, I mean, it's like the default player for MOV videos, which is pretty standard if you're recording specifically from an iPhone, or a tablet.
So that's what happened. And I just want to say, sorry about the negativity when I first came on. I actually booked a keynote last week. So
awesome.
I've got two paid keynotes next week. So it's not that I haven't done anything. It's just that I was feeling like I didn't get anything done for the class.
And you know what? I don't know. That's not why I created this. Like, I don't want you to feel stressed, you know?
Oh, all of the stuff is here and it'll be here when I'm ready for it. And
yeah.
So
and I want it to be more of a help and more of a relief to you. And mainly, I mean, maybe I should stick to just doing one-on-one stuff, but like mainly when I get one-on-one with you, that's what I want to, you know, I want to help create relief in what you're going through with technology. That's my goal. That's one of the number one reasons why I created this, was because I wanted to help people and I want people to not feel stressed. So I haven't really put, you know, like deadlines on anything, and you guys will get access to the content for as long as you need. I'm not going to like take it down or move it, or I'm not going to tell you, you know, you have until this date and then it's gone. Not only are there ways to get around that, but it's kind of just annoying when people do that, especially when you've paid for content. So that's not what I want. I want it to be a help. And so if any of it is, you know, stressing you out or confusing you, then just, you know, take a step back. And I mean, you guys are all welcome to email me at any time. I think I've been pretty open about that. I didn't want to say in advertising for the class that it was unlimited email, because I didn't want to get bogged down, but literally like nobody, well, not nobody, I don't know, like not like I expected more people to ask questions and to, you know, contact me more, because I am available to help if you need it. So please feel free, like don't hesitate to reach out to me if you need it. I want to be there for you, and I'm not going to, I don't have anything else above this yet. I mean, I haven't created anything else, so I'm not going to like try and upsell you to anything. Like, I just want to help. So that's why I created it. Sorry, I went on for a long time, but are there any other questions that I can answer? Any things that you guys have been getting hung up on? Harmony asked about the plugins. And I put in the chat there, it's TubeBuddy and vidIQ. If I remember, I'll email them to you, but well, you'll get a recording to this. Of course, you don't want to watch all the way through to see.
Oh, I just screenshotted the chat window, so I had them on my phone.
Okay, good. Yeah, vidIQ and TubeBuddy, they're free. They will try to upsell you. Like, you know, they do have something else that is like a paid service, but oh man, I wonder if Naomi had a question. She like raised her hand, but I wonder if she was just waving goodbye. Maybe she had to run. Any other questions? We good?
I've got to get through my content before I have questions. It's just a total loss. That's why I was -2 when I came on. I was like, I have done nothing all week, but I have a family and I have, you know, a burnt out car, and so I'll get to this content later.
Yes. Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, the main thing, like last week was just so content heavy. I felt like I wanted to you guys take as much time as you need. Good. And like,
I'm excited to watch it. It was just, yeah.
You're okay. You're okay. That's probably the most exciting thing for me. Like, I love YouTube, but I use YouTube a lot to like use the videos to post on my website. So that's important. And actually, who was I talking to? Oh, it wasn't anybody in this class, but someone called me the other day, and there is a feature that I want to show you really quick before we get off, that was super helpful to her. And that is, if you are on, I never did change this to private, I'll have to do that later. But if you are on YouTube and you're on one of your videos, I don't know what's the fastest way to get to one of my videos. Let's see. You'll notice at the end of your YouTube videos, there's a bunch of related videos that come up, and there's like a bunch of little, you know, like thumbnails for all these other things, like at the end of the video. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
There's a way to turn those off when you're sharing the video. So I'm going to show that to you really quick too. Let's jump to the end here. Maybe if it'll let me.
Is there a way to turn it off when you're watching a video?
No.
Because I'll tell you what, I get swallowed up in those things. Every time I watch one of your, and they must tune it to the person who they know, because every time I watch one of your tutorials, I get a whole bunch of Beatles videos. And I get,
there they are. See all these?
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know why, but now it's making, I mean, it's in my headphones, so I guess it's not gonna bother you guys, but these are the related videos. So when you click share, this is how you can get the link. Oh, Tia almost said love the video, how nice. Okay, so there's two options here. You can copy this or you can embed, and you're gonna click embed. Also, you can use any of these to share on like all of those different socials.
Which one is embed?
Embed is this one right here.
See, okay.
So you'll click on that. Oh, good, it stopped like blasting in my ear. And then this is your embed link, but there's actually these little things here you can change. So I don't want to show suggested videos when the video finishes, so I'm going to click no on that. Showing player controls, this like if you want them to be able to fast forward or rewind or push play, that kind of thing. And then if you want this video title up here to show, then you'll keep this checked. If you don't, then you'll uncheck it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then it'll change. And what it did here was it put REL equals 0 at the end. Obviously, I haven't taken time to do that with mine. Sorry, Annie.
Okay.
But when you're embedding a video,
what any of that means. Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah, this is like if you're embedding it on a website. This is HTML code, so it's a little more tricky.
Okay.
But all it's doing really is it's adding at the very end of your link REL equals 0, which just tells it don't give me related content at the end. Okay. So I was helping somebody with that this weekend, and I thought that would be helpful.
So if I want to, like I have a video on my from one of my keynotes, I got an encore and I played a fiddle tune. And if I want to embed that on, if I want to put that on my website, I would do embed. That's how I would do that?
Yes, especially if you're not using, remember how I was using Divi and it was all like plug and play, like you just plug it all in. If you're not using Divi, most of it's going to be in HTML.
Okay.
And that's the code that you use. And if I usually will just search, you know, for HTML, because I'm not like, I don't know HTML off the top of my head, but like if I want to center something, or if I want something to be bolded, or if I want something to look a certain way, then I'll just search what the HTML code is for that and plug it in.
Okay. Awesome. Thanks.
Any other questions before we go? I think we've hit an hour. So thank you guys for being here and showing up. I appreciate you. And please don't hesitate to reach out. If you're working on a project right now, if you are trying to get something to work and it's just not, send me an email, you know, reach out, and I'll be happy to help you.
Thanks.
So, all right. Have a wonderful Tuesday.
Thank you.
Thanks, Ashley.
Bye.
Bye.